Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with a dad story, but this is also a classroom story or a school related story. So it just involves him. We'll come back and tell more stories about him at another time. Um, he's, oh, just so you know, I've never said his real age, except I have. He's 29, and I'm 12, and my daughters are 5 in his weird world. Alternate universe, yes. My dad and Wow Mary share that. He's still 29. All right. In case you didn't notice, I did repurple my hair. I told you I was really needing it, and this is the overtone in the tube from Target, as opposed to the little tub online. The color is plum, but it's purple, right? Grape purple. The label's plum. Anyway, it's probably because I have very, very, very light hair, but I love it because it covers the white streaks in terms of blending it in. If my hair was all white, I'd probably just let it be all white, but it's just so streaky and not in a cute way. Um, anyway, here's a story about my dad, besides that he's 29. So, at school, at the school I was at, they they had grown so much because they kept building new neighborhoods in that town that um, the classrooms had to be shared. Like it was a high school. So math teachers, we had to coordinate and work out sharing classrooms. That's important to this story because what happened is before smartphones, by the way, before smartphones. So this was a long time ago. We're talking 20-ish years ago this happened. No, had to been less than that. I want to say it was about 15. Maybe smartphones were just starting. That's what it was. I had a very basic smartphone. We just went past the flip phones for the youngins. Flip phones are coming back. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my screen on a flip phone, but whatever. Do you boo. Uh, but good old flip phone. No, I had a smartphone. Had to be somewhat smart because here's what happened. Remember, I said I shared a classroom because we teachers kind of rotated in and out so that you were only in everyone was kind of in 2 different classrooms. So I left my cell phone in the classroom. There was like a countertop on the side and then the teacher desk in the back. So I think I left it by the computer over on the counter. Well, the policy at the time was that if a student was using their phone or had their phone out in class or there was a lost phone, that you took it to the administration. I just remembered he was the assistant principal and not the principal yet, so it might have been 20 years ago. Anyway, it had to be more than 21 years ago, actually, because it was before the new building was completed. All right, anyway. So the teacher came in, saw a phone, took it to an assistant principal, having no idea that it was mine. The assistant principal then opened the phone and found the contact labeled Dad. Because again, it didn't have locks or anything that, you do now. He found the contact Dad and he calls my dad and says, "Hi, this is the assistant principal from Golden High School. I went to the contact that said Dad. Do you have a student at Golden High School?" My dad died laughing and said, "No, but my daughter Lori is a teacher there." Yep. So that assistant principal eventually became the principal, and he was my principal for the rest of my time at that school. He was actually the one that helped me kind of put together what I needed to do for my disability retirement because of the lovely headaches. Anyway, That's my story. That, yeah, my principal called my dad because I was in trouble for having a cell phone in the classroom. But not really. Not really. It was just the policy at the time. And my dad still brings it up every once in a while because he thinks it's hilarious. And the principal, I mean, AP assistant principal at the time, but a principal, he brought it up every once in a while because he thought it was so funny. Because it is funny. Anyway, that's my dad's story for today. This is not a finished object. However, there's a possibility. This is Thursday night. Well, technically Friday morning. There is a possibility that I will actually finish this cow blanket. Okay, remember this is the graph. Did I mark? Nope. Let me mark the row I just did. I'm going to show you something too, because this is how I keep myself from, well, feeling like I feel about my animal blanket. Cute as heck, but anyway. So that's how far I am. So you can see I'm almost to the corner. I'm almost to the first corner. It is a little wider than it is tall. Because again, it can go either way, right? This is just the direction I'm doing it. All right. Here it is. Oh, let me see which way am I. I'm at the top, so it's this way. So it's so cute already. I'm not to the top, but I'm approaching the top. It's not going to be a very large blanket. I may do a border that I saw Wow Mary do, where it basically creates boxes, the blocks that you need for corner to corner around the edge, if I feel like it needs a little more size. But I might finish it. I might finish it by Sunday. However, I'm going to a comedian tomorrow night. Well, tonight with this video. And my husband bought 9:30 p.m. tickets. So, anyway, so we're making it a date night, and we're going to go out to dinner. But isn't that hubby's awesome? But yeah, I'm going to a comedy show tomorrow night. And yeah, so it's so cute, right? I'm so happy with it. I'll take a picture and insert it, but I'll reuse the description, like all the information, where I got the inspiration. When it's finished and I record, I will make sure that you have access to the graph. Speaking of graphs, right, because I designed this, but not entirely on my own. I pulled it from the yourinspirations.com graph and put it into Stitch Fiddle. So someone was looking for a person to design a graphghan for them, and both MDL Crochet Michael, and Fiber Floozy Jill told them that they should contact me. So looks like I'm going to be actually designing, not making. Let me clear that up. I'm not making it. I'm not adding that to my list. But I'm going to be designing a graphghan for someone. And I cannot think of her name right now. I don't believe she has a channel. But yeah. So seriously, I'm going to do this little mini shout out. Thank you, MDL Crochet Michael and Fiber Floozy Jill. I appreciate it. I'm going to tag you both in this. I guess it's my thing now. Obviously, it's not my only thing. All of that sounds weird, but it is a kind of a passion. I really enjoy using that program, and since I went ahead and upgraded and bought the professional version for the year, I took that other design, was able to modify and adjust and design quickly. I'm getting more details on that, but just once again, I'm going to say thank you, MDL Crochet Michael, and thank you, Fiber Floozy Jill, for thinking of me. I appreciate it, and I'm excited for that opportunity to give it a go, because I do really, really enjoy that. Now, is that the same as designing patterns? No. And I did ask the person if they're looking for corner to corner, which I think that's what they want, or if they're looking for a tapestry. Either way, I can do either one. Doesn't matter. I just kind of want to know what their thinking is before I really get into it. And I kind of told them what my rate would be and whatever, but not outrageous. But again, I'm not going to be pattern writing it. It's just going to be creating that so they can follow it. I just need more information. I would never design anything like that animal blanket for anybody else because that's like been torture for me. So I'm not doing that to anyone else. So that's why I'm giving her two options. Not this popcorn stitch craziness that I did. Not doing that again. Worked great for the honeycomb. Not for this. All right. Also, I'm going to talk about it's Friday, August 1st when you're seeing this. My replay giveaway closed technically a half an hour ago, but I'm not. I'm going to go through the comments and pull names, and I'm going to do all the checks for the rules and all that off camera. So I don't know that I'm gonna put them in a wheel. I don't know that I'm gonna film that, and I have a special surprise related to the tea part of that giveaway. So I don't think that's going to be done by Saturday, but it might be. It might be. Depends on how focused I am on this. I've been focused on this most of the day, but I have had a few interruptions, but nothing like yesterday. I barely worked on it yesterday. So I'm moving right along. Might actually get done. And as always, thanks for coming in, and can I get an amen?